big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dame pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Ladies!
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get there. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Good. Mike, 57. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, Carson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's crashing. He's checking crack. Showing up.
Now a give right side. It's Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
180. Mike 54. Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Hey, now look at that. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Stop your whining.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Run. Hey, alert. Bravo. 50, Mike, 50.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. By Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see it.
Here's Samuels. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
180. 54 Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On second down, it's Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 20! Give him 30 yards there. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run it with Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Jackson brought him down. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bears' 44-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tight dog. 14.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Down to lose one. You got three down.
They'll run on first down. Carson might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter.
All day, dog.
On third down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jaron Reed able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
65.
Now Trubisky to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Now Trubisky lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Hey, 50.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
You draw quarters. Crunch. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Seahawks 18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flushed out right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This is taken at his 4. Gets around him. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
First down, Seattle.
Cut, 280. Hey, tight. Check, tight right.
On first down, Carson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
58, the money. They can't hang with us. Check out read. Check. Hey, guys, listen. Hot. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass.
To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Flush to his, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now it's Trubisky. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it's caught by Parker. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 43-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Again, it's Cohen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Davis running right. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the slant, watch the slant, watch the slant. Kill. Watch the edge.
And an alley to run. And he's brought down after a very nice game. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down, Seattle.
And watch your leg. He's checking. Crash. And 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Check the tight.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
A gain of 12. First down, Seahawks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Trubisky will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Open man is Miller. He's got it. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. Run, come. Coming this way. Here we go.
Trubisky to throw again. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Alert, 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 alert. 18, 18. X3, 218, chopper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. A good pickup there at 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Set, hut. Not a good. Mike 5-4. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Yo! Alert, 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 alert!
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
180! No chance!
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 43. Blue.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Right, 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Kill. Man, up. Hey, turn it up. Topper.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Zebra. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett.
Wilson's pass complete to Tyler Lockett. It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, what's the ball?
On first down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Wilson will throw again. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rush in. Hey.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
What percentage? 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Bilal Nichols, his 2nd sack of the night.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd down, Carson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Alert, 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 alert.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's Scott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, Davis. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mike, 180. Mike 5-4. Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, you know, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, you know, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.